These are the 3 best family van floor plans. Today we're going to be showing you these 3 vans behind me. They're all 170 extended 3500 Mercedes Sprinters. 2 of them have the Super Pacific Cloud Cap tent. Each floor plan is a little bit different, so we're going to be walking you through each one of these vans. This is just to show you what's possible in a van. We are custom van builders with our company, Custom Crafted Vans. So each one of these floor plans can always be tweaked to whatever your needs are for your family. But we thought this would be a great video to show you the difference between some of these floor plans so that you can kind of tweak things to fit your own needs, whether you're sleeping 3 kids, 2 kids, they're all a little bit different. So let's take a tour of each one of these vans. So let's start with this van. This is actually our personal van that we just finished for our family. Like I mentioned, this is a 170 extended 3500. Ours is the all-wheel drive. There's a ton on the outside of this van, exterior modifications, all of that stuff. We're not really going to be talking about that in this video. If you want the details on each one of these vans, you can check out our channel and we'll have the full van tour where we talk about everything. But for now, we're just going to be talking about the floor plan of this specific van. So as I mentioned before, we have the Super Pacific Cloud Cap rooftop tent. You access that by this ladder that goes through this portal to the tent, and then it folds down, locks, and you can put the ladder away. It's collapsible. Again, all these details are in each one of these van tours if you want all the nitty-gritty details. But let's step inside. We're going to move this ladder so that we can see the interior of this floor plan. In this van, we have 2 captain's chairs. These are the JMG Solutions seats that are crash tested and certified seats. And we wanted this because we have kids and we wanted them to have some separation from one another. It was actually great. We just recently took a trip. There was no fighting. There was no screaming back here. So it's really nice if you know your kids need a little bit of space from each other to have this set up. And like I mentioned, we have the rooftop tent. We moved the ladder out of the way, that folds down really small, and then we still have a lot of storage up here. So we do have some of our personal stuff. We just got back from a trip. We've got an upper cabinet here for storage, the headliner shelf with the wonderful cover to keep everything contained in there. The driver and the passenger seat do swivel around, so you can still create a hangout space up here. We don't really use it in that way necessarily. Sometimes Alex will just sit and hang out in the passenger seat with it swiveled around in the morning while he drinks his coffee. Because we have these car seats and these seats for now, as the boys age, obviously we won't need those. Moving to the back of the van, we do have an interior wet bath in this van. It is a full wet bath with the separate urine diverting toilet. Tile features throughout here. We do have the Palisade vinyl wall tile and then a full herringbone tile wall in the shower and a tile shower pan. We have a large size kitchen in this layout. We did the Corian countertops, move that up the backsplash. We even have this nice apron style front with reeded white oak fronts down below and on this pantry cabinet. So this one's a little bit different than the other kitchens you will see. We did do this sit on the counter cabinet. This is essentially our pantry cabinet where we have so much food and storage for our coffee maker. And then again, uppers on both the driver and the passenger side. Moving to the back of the van, we have a 49-liter fridge on the passenger side and a 55-liter drawer style freezer on the driver's side. Above that, we have room for storage. We have like a closet cabinet which we actually store our extra bedding and pillows in, and then our electrical control cabinet, lots of drawer storage in the kitchen. And then moving to the rear of the van, we have our convertible bed space back here. So we do have the upper cabinets on both the driver and the passenger side. It's actually worked great for our family recently. Each one of us got one of these upper cabinets and we did one as kind of our toiletries and extra stuff. But we pack in packing cubes, so everybody got their own cabinet. I got one, Alex got one, and our kids shared one because they're small and they don't have as many clothes as we do. But we have a lot of functional space back here. We do have the awning style windows in the rear that have the integrated bug screen and the blackout shade, which just makes it easy to not have to carry anything extra with you. We do have window covers for the rear windows. And then back here, we actually integrated some kind of charging cubby style storage back here, which gives us a small countertop on the driver's side. And then we have that countertop exposed on the back of the kitchen here. Just again, nice place to sit and set your coffee at night or a bottle of water before you go to bed. That was really functional for us as we use this space. All 3 of these vans have the same exact climate control system. So we do have the Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner right above the bed, which I have to say was great on our trip. Didn't really turn it on all that much because you do have the windows that can open back here and get a nice breeze going. We also have the S-Bar diesel heater that's installed underneath the passenger seat. And then we have a vent fan. This location changes depending on which van we're in. In the two with the Super Pacific Cloud Cap tent, the vent fan is actually integrated within the tent, and then when that tent comes down, the portal in the front, that vent fan comes right into that portal, so you can still use it when the tent is down, which again is great for extra circulation. This bed, I think I mentioned, does convert into an almost king size bed. You just remove this table pedestal, this table drops down onto the cleats on the sides of the benches. We have one more small piece that acts as a filler piece just to complete the bed, and then you can bring the cushions together and create your bed space back here. Real quick too, let's talk about some of the design features in here. So as I mentioned before, we do have those reeded white oak fronts in a couple spots. Everywhere else has rift sawn white oak cabinetry, as well as a white oak slat ceiling. We just wanted to keep it all white oak in here. It's a beautiful wood, it's very durable, it's very easy to keep clean, and it's still light enough that it doesn't feel very dark in this van. On the walls, we actually did Roman clay on all the walls in the interior of the van, so there's no shiplap in this one. You'll see in the other ones we do have some shiplap. All in all, I love this van, but I'm biased because it's ours. So let's go check out the other two. So now we are in a 170 extended 3500 rear wheel drive, so this one isn't quite as tall as the last one we're in, not that that matters as far as the floor plan. One thing I didn't mention that all the vans have are bug screens, so these are rolled up right now, then you can unroll them and they're magnetic, easy to use. So the thing that you'll notice that's different in this floor plan right away is that we have the bench seat here. So this is the Broad Arrow 860 bifold bench seat. This does actually fold flat to create a secondary sleeping space if you need it. It also has the Limitless Vans seat swivel, so this does swivel to essentially face toward the sliding door and then also face toward the front. You obviously want to keep it in that front forward position as you're driving. Another thing here that we do have both the driver and passenger seats swivel around, and we do have a floor pedestal table mount so that you can create this as a hangout zone up here. Just like the last van, we have the white oak headliner shelf, and we do have an upper cabinet here for storage. In this van, there's a little bit of a design change, so similar ceiling, similar flooring. This is the Lawn Seal Lawn Ridge flooring, but in this wall we do have the white shiplap and then white upper cabinets. It's kind of nice. It breaks up some of that white oak tones throughout the van and keeps it again light and bright and just looking beautiful. Moving to the back of the van, we still have an interior wet bath. This is the same exact setup as the van that you just saw. This is the separate urine diverting toilet. We have the tile feature wall and a custom tile shower pan, and then the other walls have the Palisade vinyl wall tile. Everything's trimmed out in this gorgeous white oak, and then you have the Nautilus self-cleaning retractable shower door to enclose everything. Again, in this van, we have a similar size kitchen. We just don't have that sit on the counter cabinet, so you do get a longer upper cabinet here. Same size drawers and the same setup with the fridge and the freezer, and then this floor to ceiling cabinet on the other side. So this originally was the same exact setup as the van you just saw, where you had the 49-liter fridge on the kitchen side and then the 55-liter drawer style freezer on this side. But when this client purchased this van, this was actually our last personal van, he really wanted to have a microwave in, so we integrated a microwave and did a smaller freezer. I believe this is a 15-liter isotherm freezer. So you still have a freezer, you have that nice microwave built in, you still have plenty of storage here, and then 3 large size drawers in the kitchen. Now obviously the big change behind us is that we have the Happy Jack bed lift system behind me. So underneath the bed up top, we do still have our convertible space in the rear, so you can still hang out here, have this set up into table mode during the day, and then at night this converts just like the other van into an almost king size bed down here, and then that allows you to drop the top bed down and create essentially bunk beds back here. So then with that ladder set up, you can easily get to the top bed and you create that bunk bed system back here. And then during the day, this bed again raises up. You can create this back into this table mode that it is in right now, and then hang out and cook, eat, play games, whatever you want to do with your family. This is a great setup if you have younger kids and you don't want to have the rooftop tent, you're not comfortable with the kiddos being up there quite yet. This was our van back in the day, and so when our kids were really little, this setup worked perfectly for our family. Now as they are getting older, the tent is just a game changer, and it's great so that we can kind of grow into it as the years come and our kids keep getting bigger and bigger. and they kind of have their separate space. But when the kiddos are small, or this is even great if like you know you're going to be solo traveling, you don't want to make your bed. We do that a lot with clients that want the Happy Jack bed lift system, so they don't have to make their bed. They just drop that bed down and be able to sleep on that bed. So now that we've gone through this van, let's check out the final van in this video. Last but not least, this is the final van in this video. We do have the Super Pacific Cloud Cap rooftop tent in this van as well. So we do have the ladder set up here just to show you how you would access that portal. We have the same exact seats as the first van, but in a 3 across formation. So these are still the JMG seats. They're a little bit different because they only have armrests on one side. The one that you saw in our van, the first van, they have them on both sides, but because this is a 3-seater, you only get the armrests on one side of each one of them. We do also have a lagoon table here, and then the awning style window that you can open all the way up has the integrated screen and the blackout shade. We have the white oak headliner shelf with the wonderful Hideaway headliner cover, as well as a bigger upper cabinet here for even more storage with the reeded white oak fronts. So quick talk on the design again. This is actually very similar to the first one that you saw. We have the white oak slat ceiling, the rift sawn white oak cabinetry all throughout, and this one has the reeded white oak fronts on all of the fronts in the van, which I think is stunning. Now you might notice there isn't an interior wet bath right here. One of the things that this family wanted to use this van for was long road trips, so they didn't necessarily want an interior wet bath, but we did integrate a little toilet storage cubby space for them so that if they needed to use the restroom, they could just pull that out and use it. Now you could modify this layout and add a wet bath right in this location, right behind the seats, but you would not get all of the storage that we have right here. So we have 2 floor to ceiling cabinets. This has an integrated coffee bar station within it. We have their isotherm fridge and then their isotherm freezer, and then even more storage, their control panel, and then storage underneath both of those at the bottom. Their kitchen is a little bit smaller than the 2 previous vans because we had to keep enough room here at the sliding door to actually get around the seat and get back here. So we didn't want this to be too tight. Also, that allows you to still recline in all of these seats. That was important for them. So we kept this space more open so that it was functional for the client's needs. We do still have the Corian moving all the way up the backsplash and a white farmhouse style sink. You still get a lot of drawers in this layout. We decided to split the drawers in half just so you didn't have a gigantic drawer here. So we do have 5 different drawers here, and then the bottom right down here is more like a storage cubby because your wheel well comes into play on the exterior, so that you have to build the cabinet around that. Now we do have upper cabinets on the driver and the passenger side all throughout, so tons of storage in this van. And then we have our convertible table bed back here. One change in this floor plan is we actually kept this completely open so that you could actually walk all the way through to the back of the van. We don't have that little U-bench, is what we call it, at the back of the van that you have cushions here and it's more of a seat, which does allow you to have more storage from the exterior of the van in the back. But in this van, you could easily store stuff on the ground if you needed to. And it's just really nice with more people. This is a family of 5. You have more room to kind of move around in here. So this bed does convert into an almost king size bed back here. And then you have the Super Pacific rooftop tent. Realistically, with kids, you could sleep 1 adult and 2 children back here. Actually, Alex recently did that in our van and was very comfortable sleeping 3 side to side, and then you could have 2 up in the rooftop tent. So you can sleep 5 in this layout and you can seat 5. I think that's it for the tour of all these vans. Again, if you want to see the in-depth full tours of each one of these vans, be sure to check out our channel. I will put the links in the description down below for each one of these van tours so that you can easily check them out. If you have any questions or comments about each one of these floor plans, be sure to leave them down below. Again, like I mentioned, the one great thing about being a custom van builder is we can tweak any of these floor plans, we can tweak any of these design finishes. That's one of the great things about going custom, is you get exactly what you want.
So let's talk about power and water in each of these vehicles. Each of these vans has our standard setup for the electrical system and the plumbing system. So on the electrical side, we have 810 amp hours of lithium battery power. We have a 3,000 watt Victron inverter charger. Each of these vans charges 60 amps off of the alternator using two 30 amp Orion DC to DC chargers. And we have a variety of solar sizes here on both of the models with the Super Pacific Cloud Cap tent. We actually have 420 watts of solar mounted to the tents. And on the middle van, we actually have 300 watts of solar of fixed panels mounted onto the roof rack. So we also have a variety of roof racks on these vans. We have the Paragon integrated roof rack with the Cloud Cap Super Pacific tent. On this van, we have an Illuminous Weekender style roof rack on the middle van. And on the far van, we actually don't have a roof rack, but we still have the option for mounting exterior features using the Cloud Cap tent. For the plumbing system, each of these vans has 33 gallons of fresh water and a 2.5 gallon water heater. So that feeds the showers, the exterior showers, and the sink faucets that are on each of these vans. So you have plenty of water to go off grid for camping for multiple days, even with a family, and plenty of power to run your air conditioner, your induction cooktops, air fryers, microwaves, everything that's built in to these awesome rigs. Now, there's tons of exterior modifications that we also did on each of these, from rust prevention truck bed sprays on the roof and on the bumpers and side panels. We also have exterior lighting kits on all of these. Some exterior light packages are a little bit more for show, some are more for safety, which I really love. These LP6s and LP9s mounted on the grill, because these actually give you a lot of ability when you're out in more natural settings, in the wilderness, in the wild, to actually see animals and things like that when you're driving at dusk and in the dark. Other features that we've added on both of these, we do have exterior powered awnings, boxes on both the back and the roof. So really the possibilities are endless. Again, that is one of the really cool things about being a custom van builder, is we're going to design not only the interior, but the exterior to fit exactly your use case and your needs. So thanks for watching this. If you are interested, each of the van tours are going to be linked down below in the description, so you can watch the individual van tours for each of these. If you're interested in working with us, we are based out of Boise, Idaho. Right now, we are currently booked until 2027, but we do have some availability for build slots that will be completed in time for summer of 2027. So you can click down below and submit a contact form and actually book a call directly with me there if you're interested in chatting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your questions and comments down below, and we'll see you next time.